Last Friday, new signs popped up at National Park Service sites all across the country, encouraging visitors to report anything negative about America. Some fear this could lead to whitewashing or revisionist history, especially for the sites memorializing our darkest chapters. So I drove out to Sand Creek Massacre and Amache National Historic Sites in southeastern Colorado to see these signs for myself and learn more. On a windy weekday, as temperatures flirt with triple digits, only a handful of people are visiting the Sand Creek Massacre National Historic Site on Colorado's southeastern plains. Those here might spot two new signs posted June 13th, encouraging visitors to scan a QR code and report anything negative about either past or living Americans, or that fail to emphasize the beauty, grandeur, and abundance of landscapes and other natural features.
We were worried about whitewashing and really just watering down and sanitizing the foundation of this country, and it weakens us. I know these are hard stories to tell.
In November 1864, American troops massacred hundreds of Cheyenne and Arapaho men, women, and children as they sought peace during America's Western colonial expansion.
This is one big indication that this administration doesn't really understand what the Park Service is for and just how beneficial parks are to tell our full story.
So how did we get here? On March 27th, President Trump signed an executive order titled Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, where he claims there's been a decade-long effort to cast American history in a negative light, directing the Department of the Interior to ensure that national park sites focus on the greatness of the achievements and progress of the American people. That was reiterated on May 20th with an order from Interior Secretary Doug Burgum giving the NPS and other public land agencies 120 days to replace content that inappropriately disparages Americans, past or living. The controversial signage now posted at every national park site across the country. The Sand Creek Massacre site, one of 13 national park sites in Colorado. About an hour away is the Amache National Historic Site, where those of Japanese descent, a majority of them American citizens, were forcibly incarcerated during World War II.
A lot of the things that we're trying to bring out with the history is just being heard, the historical facts. And depending on how they're told, they can be interpreted as personal attacks. And that's not the intention at all.
I'm here at Amache National Historic Site, and right here is a new national park signage put up all over the country. And right next to it, this is an act of defiance. Someone in the past few days has put this sign up, essentially mocking this. Take a look at what this says. It was the spring of 1942, and President Roosevelt decided to treat people of Japanese descent a fabulous free vacation at one of 10 fantastic luxury resorts. The language clearly making light of the seriousness of the incarceration camps, this small act of protest showing the whitewashing fears some have for these sites.
I think our country is really strong enough to understand the history of our nation in its totality. And I think that anything less than that makes us weak. I think it hurts our future, and in many ways it denigrates the people who came before us.
In response to the new signage, a representative from the Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes sent a statement saying, "It is sad that our true history is once again being pushed aside for a glorified version of the oppressor." In Southeast Colorado, I'm Brett Forrest reporting.